Hi everyone, my name is Tim Pearson. Welcome to the Complete CEH Exam Prep course. I'm looking forward to teaching you all about how to pass the Certified Ethical Hacker exam. The perfect candidate for this course is someone who has some IT experience, but may be a little bit new to security. Or the person who feels they may be able to pass the ethical hacker exam, but need a little bit more reassurance. In either case, I have a foolproof system where I'll tell you whether you'll be able to pass the exam even before you take it. I'm also excited to teach you about the fantastically dark and sometimes evil recesses of the hacking underworld and how to keep you and your company safe. I guarantee you will walk away with a heightened sense of awareness about how both a legitimate hacker, known as a white hat, as well as a criminal hacker, also known as a black hat, or in some circles, a cracker, obtains access to your computer system or data center, and how to prevent this from happening to you. Some of my students tell me I'm never touching the internet again after sending some of my classes. In reality, I'm sure you'll still use the internet after taking this course, but now you'll know a little bit more about being smart in doing so and how to protect yourself. A little bit about me. I have 22 years of security experience and about 28 years of IT experience. I'm also an experienced web security developer and trainer. I travel throughout the world teaching ethical hacking and secure programming. A few fun facts about me. In my experience speaking at security conferences, I was once invited to speak alongside the First Lady of Nigeria and the former Prime Minister of Israel. I traveled to New York City along with my good friend Dino Dizovi to be on the CBS Morning Show to discuss all the vulnerabilities of Wi-Fi. I was also on the Fox News and Today Show in Miami. I've taught my Certified Ethical Hacking course about 300 times in person. I typically have over a 90% success rate from the students in my in-person class who attempt the test. From my results, I hope it's clear that I know what's required to pass the Certified Ethical Hacker exam. I'll also focus on these exact same objectives in my course. So what does this course actually cover? Well, quite a bit actually. It's not for absolute beginners, but it is for those with at least 1 year IT security experience who need to firm up their knowledge to pass the Certified Ethical Hacker exam. This course is especially great if you love figuring out how things work. We will start off talking about the methodology that both attackers and defenders use called the OSS-TMM methodology model from Peter Herzog. We start with footprinting, then move into scanning, and then on to enumeration. You'll learn the steps attackers take when they want to try to attack, what they do when they get in, or on the flip side, what they do to keep a low profile and stay inside on a hack network. You'll also learn how to stop attackers from elevating privileges, stealing data, erasing audit logs, and leaving backdoors so they don't visit time and again. You'll ultimately become proficient at all the things you never thought to protect to keep your corporate or home network safe. My goal is to have you ready to be able to pass the CEH exam in the shortest possible time and also picking up a good amount of product knowledge along the way. If you're anything like my in-person students, I'd also like this course to be the best possible Certified Ethical Hacker prep course you've ever taken. If at any point you feel this course is less than a 5-star rating, please let me know by leaving me a rating and a review with specifically what I should change or fix. I always enjoy hearing from my students and getting feedback, and I'd love to hear how I can improve the course and make it better to fit your needs. Let's get started. To obtain your ethical hacker certification. Now, I do this week in and week out. I have taught the class well over 300 times all over the world where students easily pay $6,000 to $7,000 each to attend this training, about 4,000 British pounds. I generally teach it at a boot camp style place called Firebrand Training in the UK. I refer to it as write your name in your underwear, you're going to summer camp. You see, what they've done is they've taken away all distractions. It's out in the woods, and you stay in dorm rooms away from wife and kids, and all you have to do is study. I have 100% success rate from my students. Just like my students in my boot camp, if you do what I tell you to do, you cannot fail that test. I guarantee you. I will gladly refund your money. I have done this well over 2,000 times for each individual student. I've held their hand as they went into the test and see them jump up and down when they come back out, excited to know that they've passed. I can easily do this with you as well. Now, a few things that I want you to notice is that I will supply you with some older VMs to work with. This is purposeful. I am teaching concepts here, folks, in a way that's easiest to understand and what you will be tested on. In addition to that, I want to make sure the downloads are very light. Sure, I could require you to download Windows 2012, but I have known students that I have taught in Nigeria that would have to work for a week just to earn enough money to afford the bandwidth for a 6 gig download. Windows 2012 is a pig, and it will require about 10 gig download. Most of it's useless for our purpose to pass the test. The latest operating system I give you to use in the course is Windows 7. I've highly compressed it in the best format to get you to download it the most efficient way possible. And I've already included and installed all the utilities that you're going to need to do all of the lab. Now, if those of you that don't want to use Windows 7, sure, you can substitute it with Windows 10 if you like, but that's an extra 4 gig of data that we really won't need for our test. But if it makes you happy, then of course you're most welcome to go ahead and do that. You will need to transfer all of our already installed utilities to make it work, but be my guest. It's very important to me that you take your test, and I will guarantee you will pass. I will give you access to a special test that will rate. I can tell you if you will pass before you take your test. I will be making available several test banks of each test question, and each of them explained in depth. They are available as a separate course. I may bundle them with this course in the future, but you will need to go through these questions religiously. Now, for example, what I want you guys to do, if your wife is going out and buying a new pair of shoes, and you're sitting there while she's showing them to you, you can be flipping through some questions. You can do that, right? Because you're going to be saying, oh, they're wonderful, dear, and when flipping through some questions, you can do that, right? And when you're going through the grocery store and you can be flipping through some questions. I mean, you need to be doing this religiously. In reality, this is where most of your learning happens. I open concept in lecture, but they are reinforced with the test questions. You must go through the test questions at least twice, achieving a 90% or greater to be ready for your test. Also, please don't forget to rate and review the course when you're asked to do so by YouTube. The rating really helps me grow and improve the course. If you have any issues or things that make you think the course doesn't deserve a good rating, please send me a direct message before adding any negative rating and allow me to address these issues. I really hope we can make you a certified ethical hacker in this course, because nothing would make me happier. And guys, I do want to add that I'll be with you every step of the way.